So let's look a little bit at what you have achieved, the progress you have made. I've obviously got plenty of ideas, but I'm interested to hear a little bit from you. Like, if you were to summarize some of the things that you feel have been either, really transformed or have been touched or been impacted by the process that we've been going through, what would you say?
I would say that I have a better ability to look at my feelings and to try, and this is still a work in progress, not to analyse, rationalise. Because I can, for me to try and sit in the pain can be difficult. And then what I can do is overdo it. So I think it's a practice, isn't it? Like you've said, I'm better with that now. It's far from perfect, but I'm better. And I've been in some very dark places and managed to hold myself through those. So I think I'm kinder to myself now than I was with those, and more. And I think I'm getting more into my head about this need for, the feeling safe, the love of myself, which is difficult, but again, it's a work in progress, and the boundaries for myself. So I think they're better than they were. I think I'm better in boundaries with other people, or in recognising when I'm perhaps damaging myself at the expense of somebody else. Again, that's a work in progress.
Yeah, particularly what comes to my mind on that is the couple of examples that you gave in one of our sessions around the choice of wine and capitulating to the person, or leaving the theatre early because someone else wants to.
Yes.
But I think the awareness about that, and my sense is that also the more that you're integrating your power, as in your anger, your rage, your frustration, that also becomes part of your power to go, actually, no. I'm red and I want red.
Yes. And I was just going to say about the red, I think she's still lurking somewhere around. So that I feel like that is somewhere that would be good for me to, I'm not sure how, but to work on that. But as you say, maybe getting in touch with my anger. And actually, because I've always been frightened of anger, and it's looking at anger in a different way as an energy form, if you like, rather than just as a hitting out or a throwing or a stamping or breaking something, which is usually what I've done.
Well, in a sense, it's allowing and embodying the energy of the anger without acting out the impulse of the anger.
Yes. Yeah. So I've kind of got, again, a bit more of a handle on that. I'm aware, and again, it's also a work in progress. I need another few lifetimes to sort all this lot out. Of when I'm being my idealized self or my collapsed self, and trying to be my authentic self. And sometimes I'm not even sure of who, what, where she is. But there's perhaps more of an idea now than I had before. And there's still crossover with authenticity and idealization, and I know that. But at least there's an awareness that the two are different, I suppose.
Yeah. And I think even where you find yourself at the moment is a really good example of that, right? Like the awareness of this idealized self that's going to be this finished, sorted, happy person that has done therapy, finished with that, and is like, the shining light for others of the potential for that, as opposed to the recognition that the authentic self is that we're all on a journey that always goes on and continues. Like, it was interesting for me writing my first book 20 years ago, which was an autobiographical book about my journey with ME chronic fatigue syndrome.
Yeah.
And when you write a book, there was a happy ending to that story. And when you write a book, you write the end to a story. And then the book goes out and sort of years pass. But then, of course, your life continues and your journeys continue. And then meeting people or, receiving letters and emails from people that are relating to the person that wrote the last paragraph in that book. Like that was like the end point of the story. And I struggled with that for quite a few years because I was like, but I've still got all these, I was like 22, it was like all kinds of shit sorted out.
Yeah.
And it's like people have this idea of, in a sense, this projected idealized self. Right, exactly. Projected idealized self that a little bit like when we watch, watch films or we read novels or whatever, that they have neat and tidy endings. But the reality of life is I still have issues. You still have issues. We all have issues. Life is, I think life is by definition often difficult.
Yeah.
But some people have more difficult circumstances in their lives. But it's not about beginning, middle, and end. It's about having better tools and better resources to respond in more skillful and more elegant ways to the challenges that we meet in life. Yeah. And as we meet new challenges, sometimes we need new tools as well, or tools that we've learned, we realize there's different applications of those tools. And so I think that work that we did a bit earlier in our time together around who is this idealized self of Beverly who has been through and completed this process, as opposed to what is the authentic truth, because I know that a lot of people have been impacted by your story. I know that by the comments that are on the videos. I know that by things that people say. And you're being authentic in this moment, in this kind of ending chapter of the filming process, is you continuing to deliver that lesson to people around it's not about neat and tidy, it's about honesty and authenticity.
Yeah.